Today's brand is Rothy's. They sell sustainable footwear and accessories direct to consumer and through more than 20 retail stores across the United States. Hero products include the Point 2 Flat and the Almond Loafer. Pricing runs between $99 and $249. And the thing that makes them the only one doing what they do? Rod Martin and Stephen Hawthorne-Thwaite founded this brand in San Francisco in 2012 because flats were either leather that died in one rain or cheap pairs that pilled within a month. Every single pair is knit from recycled plastic water bottles. 185 million plus diverted from landfills and oceans to date in a seamless 3D knit process that produces zero waste. Every single pair is machine washable. Estimated $300 million in annual revenue, reached a $1 billion valuation after a $200 million investment from Alpar Gatas in 2021. I'm about to build one from the knit up, live on screen, using Perplexity for research, ChatGPT for copy, Claude for code, and Klaviyo to deploy it. 4 AI tools, 1 email, and by the time we are done, you'll have every single step you need to do the exact same thing. Link in the description. Think of it like packing for a road trip. Perplexity loads the trunk. Deep research into who's buying a $155 pair of flats when Everlane sells similar looking flats for $78. That foundation supports ChatGPT, which builds the route, the actual words that speak to her frustration with leather flats destroyed by one New York rain and her refusal to take another pair to the cobbler. Claude takes that route and optimizes the drive, turning copy into code that renders flawlessly whether she opens it on her phone between client meetings or her laptop on a slow Sunday. And Klaviyo delivers the packed car to her driveway at the exact moment her current pair finally gives up. Skip the trunk and the whole trip falls apart. But when you pack in order, each tool amplifies the next. You are about to see the difference in real time. Step 1. Research. And this is where most people sabotage themselves before they type a single word of copy. They skip this step. Then they wonder why nothing lands. Those two failures are connected. I'm feeding Perplexity a very specific prompt. Not tell me about Rothy's. That returns a product page summary. I'm going deep. Direct-to-consumer model. What makes someone trust a $155 pair of flats when Sam Edelman sells nearly identical shapes for $85? Why a buyer picks Rothy's over Allbirds or Veja or Margot or Everlane every single time? How machine-washable flats made from 185 million recycled bottles is the line that rewrites the entire purchase decision in this category. And most importantly, build me a complete persona, not women who like sustainable brands. The Rothy's customer. And watch what's coming back. She's 30 to 48, New York or San Francisco or Chicago or Washington DC or Boston, senior associate consultant, strategy director or in-house counsel. Household income $120,000 to $225,000, partner and 1 or 2 kids under 6. And the insight that changes everything. She doesn't see herself as a sustainable shopper. She sees herself as someone who refuses to throw out another $400 pair of Louboutins ruined by one New York rain. One sentence, and it rewrites the entire email. Pain points, buying triggers, objections, brand voice, the frustration that leather flats are destroyed by rain in under a year, the exhaustion of trips to the cobbler, the embarrassment that a grandmother's flats are still around but her own are not, the worry that a 3-year-old's dried peanut butter is going to ruin another $200 pair. You can see all of this on screen. Every single piece feeds directly into what comes next. Which brings us to ChatGPT. Everything Perplexity built, the persona, the commuter who won't sacrifice style identity, the objections about washability and shape retention, goes straight in. And I'm not asking for generic copy. I'm telling ChatGPT exactly who this email is for, what she's afraid of, and what she needs to hear to finally hit add to cart. And look at what comes out. A subject line that doesn't beg, it names the functional promise. A preview line that leads with the bottle count because the number is the story. A body that opens with the one thing she has never actually been told by a flat brand, that her shoes can be machine washed and shaped cotton thread by cotton thread at the same time. Then 3 products, not a catalog, not a sale, just the 3 things that prove the promise. The point for the office, the almond loafer for the desk to train, the zip tote for the whole commute. One call to action, one direction, one story. Now Claude takes everything ChatGPT wrote and turns it into production code. Not a template she's seen before, a custom-built HTML email. Table-based layout, inline styles, MSO conditionals for Outlook, responsive at 600 pixels, base 64 embedded product images, dark mode prevention, Klaviyo merge tags wired in. The kind of build a $15,000 agency charges 3 weeks for. Watch the code stream down the right side of the screen. Watch the build log on the left. Teal navy, warm cream, coral. Colors pulled straight from a San Francisco morning at 9:30 a.m. A word mark that whispers instead of shouts. Hero type in a warm serif. A product grid that shows the knit and the silhouette together. Every single element chosen because the persona told me exactly what she responds to. Not what converts in some general data set. What converts for her. A table-based layout that holds together in Outlook's word engine. Inline styles that survive Gmail stripping every single one of them on the way in. Responsive breakpoints that stack cleanly on her phone while she's already on the train. Cross-client verified. Gmail, Outlook, Apple Mail, Yahoo, one prompt, one pass, built in under 60 seconds. Now the email deploys through Klaviyo. 4 clicks. Upload HTML, set the audience, schedule the send. Done. A template that renders identically across every major email client on the planet. No last minute layout surprise. No mystery rendering in Outlook. No images that fail to load on dark mode. And here's the final product. The email she opens on a Sunday evening before her Monday client flight. Hero headline. 3 stats that prove the claim. 3 product photos that prove the knit. A welcome offer tucked in after the products, because by the time she reaches that line, she has already pictured her Monday morning flat, her Wednesday loafer, her Friday night tote. One button, one action. She either clicks or she doesn't, and the entire email was engineered to make her click. The offer doesn't show up first, it shows up after the products, because every welcome email that leads with a discount teaches the customer that the brand only matters when it's cheap. Rothy's isn't cheap, she knows that. She's willing to pay for recycled knit and the fact that her shoes will outlast her commute. The offer is the nudge, not the reason. And if you're not in sustainable footwear, once you see how this works for one niche, you'll know exactly how to adapt it to yours. I'll see you in the next one.